Ludwig. We're going to start seated so you can take up a place on your mat.
Good morning.
Hi Mom, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Good, I'm well, thank you. There you go.
Here we go.
Alright, have a seat. And we're going to start seated. You need your spiky balls, a circle and a head support. And we're going to do some bog standard spiky balls and some bugs and stretches. And I don't know if that's all of us. Where's Beryl hiding away? Okay, let's start. Take your hand, only one, and tap from side to side on your chest. The focus point for breathing is against your sternum, so if you can just palpate there a little bit more. The side to side stuff is sympathetic nervous system, which is nice to have. And you're going to take the same hand over the opposite side of your neck and jaw and come up past your throat to underneath your earlobe and tap around your jaw hinge. You can do little circles and then go over your temple, around the back of your ear and down the back of your neck onto the top of your shoulder, and then you can tap around the joint. Come down your arm into your bicep, and then you're going to lift your arm up and take the tap down your elbow into your armpit and as far around the side of your back as you can. And then you're going to stop and close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out, and sit up as straight as you can and feel the side that got tapped and the side that did the tapping. And the difference is simply that you've given messages to the skin and the surface area that there's something going on, so the blood rushes to it, you get a feedback message, and that's physics or physicality. Right, change sides, other hand, from side to side, coming up the front of your throat and past your jaw, and then over the top of your ear, past your temple, down the back of your neck, onto your shoulder, and then the shoulder joint itself. Come down onto the bicep. There's a line over there that you can often feel from a neck or a shoulder issue. And then you're going to pick your arm up and go down and tap around the back as far as you can. Tricep wake up is also good, past all these lymph nodes in your armpit. And then you're going to stop and shake your hands out and bring your fingers up to your jaw hinge and just work around in little circles. And then you're going to pull your jaw down with the palms of your hands. So nobody's looking. Get yourself as big a jaw as possible. And one more time, use your breath. So breathe in while you're here. And then when you breathe out, your mouth's big and alright. And then stop. And you're going to lie flat on your back and use your larger set of spiky balls. If you're moving with more than one set, use the bigger ones for your lower body and the smaller ones for your upper body. And when you're lying down flat, it's not in everyone's repertoire to lie comfortably flat on your backs, but you've got to measure your discomfort. If it is too much and you can't get your focus away from it, you slide your spiky balls, or you place your spiky balls in underneath your hamstrings, so they're behind the backs of your thighs, not underneath your glutes, and that'll take a lot of pressure off of the sacrum if you're struggling with sciatica. Feet flop open and away from each other. Hands or palms facing up next to your sides so that your shoulders drop more readily into the mat. And you've placed your head. You may, of course, use a head support if you want to, but it's not essential. And we're going to take our 3 first vascular breaths here. So you breathe in through your nose. And you hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly exhale, engaging your core, knitting your ribs down. Take a deep breath in. And hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale to siphon the air out nice and slowly so that you've got a time to make all those connections. And go one more time. Breathe in. And hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. And breathe out as you engage. Returning to normal breathing. Inhale through your nose, sideways into your back. Exhale and engage south at the very base of your body. These invisible exercises purely for the pelvic floor. Breathe in. Exhale and engage north underneath your belly button. Only on the front. It has its influence, but don't let it rock your skeleton. Breathe in. Exhale and engage left hand side for east, pulling the muscle down into your hip. Inhale, sideways into your back. And exhale and engage right hand side for west. Inhale, release. Exhale and engage south and north at the same time, like a line down the center of your body from your belly button. Inhale, sideways into your back. And exhale and engage east and west like a smile from hip to hip. Inhale, release. And exhale and engage all 4 points, south, north, east, and west. One more time. Inhale and exhale just the front, below the belt, nothing else. And when you start to move, you turn your toes up to the ceiling. So there's that whole rotation all the way up into your hip sockets. And then when you exhale, you engage all 4 points and you bend your knees into physio crook. If you're feeling strong, it's both legs at the same time. If you're feeling not that strong, then it's one leg at a time. Inhale to prepare and exhale to connect, and then slide your legs to long and straight. Inhale, draw your toes back, flexing your feet. And exhale and engage your core, zip up, bend your knees, bring them back to physio crook. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, engage. Try and keep the tension out of your shoulders and slide your legs away. Inhale, flex your feet, draw your toes back, and exhale to connect and point and bend your knees and bring them back to physio crook. One more time. Inhale and exhale to engage and slide. While you're sliding, everything's in place. Inhale, draw your toes back. You can let go a little. And exhale and then engage again. Zip up and bend your knees into physio crook. Use the distance that's a little bit further away than when you would lift your hips to do your imprint. You're in neutral spine when you breathe in, so that natural hollow is there. But when you breathe out, you exhale and you engage your core and you knit your ribs down and you close the hollow without using your feet or engaging your glutes. Inhale, release to neutral. And exhale to connect and zip and gently place your lower back on the mat. Inhale, release to neutral. And exhale to connect and zip, engage and imprint. Inhale, release to neutral. And exhale, engage your core and gently place your back against the mat. It's by no means a jam or a squash. Inhale, release. Bring your heels up closer to your bum and exhale and stand on your feet. Imprint your spine and lift your hips up as you breathe out. So now you're using your feet and your glutes. And you usually have a little ball between your knees at this stage. Check that that imaginary ball is still there. Breathe in and exhale and stretch back down again. Inhale, gently release to neutral. And exhale and stand on your feet. Imprint, connect. Lift your hips up as you breathe out. Inhale at the top. Remember the little ball between your knees. Exhale and stretch back down again, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, release to neutral. And exhale and stand on your feet. Take the weight towards your toes. Lift your hips up. Hold it there as you breathe in. Soften your glutes. Imagine the little ball between your knees and slowly roll back down again. Cast about for those spiky balls if they're not in your hands. And then inhale to prepare. Exhale and stand on your feet. Imprint your spine. Lift your hips up and place the spiky balls in the middle of each buttock cheek. There is no wrong place to put them as long as they are against your glutes. You don't want them coming up higher than your waist. And obviously further down, the more they're going to disappear when you start lifting your legs up. But the idea is once you place them that you don't move and you actually sink into what's being pressed around. The sacrum drops between the two balls to start off with. So those sutures of that joint start to open up and the blood gets a different pathway and blood travels in nerves. So what we're working with is releasing nerve interference. And what happens to your glutes is that they get tenderized. They are, after all, rump states. So as you're settling into that, imagine and use your visualization techniques of what's happening when it comes to weight and sinking and dropping into the floor. You should start feeling that your feet might become lighter. You've got to bring that weight down and in towards your pelvis. So sink, sink, sink as much as you can. It's not great to think of how heavy you are, but it is very helpful in a spiky ball class. That lightness in your feet starts to step in because you're going to start lifting your legs. And you're going to do that on your next breath. So you inhale for nothing. And exhale and engage your core and then lift your legs. So it's an afterthought that movement is moving on. Inhale to prepare and exhale, connect again and lift the other leg into tabletop. Flex your feet as you breathe in and then exhale and step down with your original leg and your unoriginal leg. You've got time in that breath. So inhale to prepare. And exhale to engage and lift your unoriginal leg into tabletop. Hold it there as you breathe in and exhale and re-engage and lift your original leg into tabletop. Inhale, flex your feet and exhale, step down, one leg, two leg. Then inhale, lift your arms up to 90. Drop your chest and shoulders into the floor. Inhale to prepare. And exhale to engage and lift your original leg into tabletop. You've got no arms to brace against. Inhale, exhale, use your pelvic floor first and then lift the other leg. Inhale, flex your feet and exhale and step down. One leg, two leg. Inhale to prepare and exhale to connect and lift your unoriginal leg into tabletop. Hold it there as you breathe in and exhale and then connect and lift your original leg. Hug your knees into your chest. So now you're going to feel the shift of the balls. They'll roll down towards the bottom of your glutes where your bum hangs out of your hot pants. But it is not for long. You can walk your knees back and forth so that you've got a little bit more movement against them because we're about to go into static hips. So you take a breath. And you exhale and place your feet against an imaginary wall. That little bit of give that you have against your wall in the flexed foot is going to activate the top of your thighs and your lower abdominals. You may put your feet against a wall if you're feeling that is working too much and it's biting into the top of your thighs. The other solution is to bring your wall a little bit closer so that you're safer and dropped in towards your core instead of challenging the little bits in your back if you're not connecting properly. Right, and it's 3 slides each. So take a breath in and exhale to connect, pulling your belly button down and sliding your feet up your wall. Inhale, flex your feet, rest your heels. Exhale, put your feet back on the wall, bend your knees and slide down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale and engage, moving your legs almost as an afterthought. Inhale, flex your feet. And exhale to connect and zip and slide your feet back down again.
Inhale to prepare. Exhale, engage. Slide your feet up the wall as you breathe out. Inhale, flex your feet, rest your heels. And exhale and connect and slide your feet back down again. Lift your arms up to 90 degrees. Drop your chest and shoulders. Take a breath in. And exhale and slide your feet up the wall. Keep your hands alive. Don't let them drop. Inhale, flex into your heels. And exhale and then connect and bend your knees. Slide your feet down. Inhale to prepare. And exhale to connect and slide your feet up the wall. Inhale, flex your feet, rest your heels. And exhale and connect, zip. Keep bringing it back to the core if your legs are getting tired. One more time, breathe in. And exhale and slide your feet up the wall as you breathe out. Inhale, hard heels. Exhale, hard toes, and bend your knees and slide down. Now take your hands overhead, knit your ribs and shoulders down. This is the challenge between your shoulders and your hips as you take a breath in. Exhale and engage your trunk. Slide your feet up the wall. Inhale, flex your feet, rest your heels. Exhale, place your feet back on the wall, bend your knees, slide down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, zip up from underneath. Knit your ribs down away from your overhead hands. Slide your feet up. Inhale, flex. And exhale to connect and slide back down again. Last one, inhale. And exhale to slide your feet up the wall as you breathe out. Inhale, rest your heels, pull your toes back. And exhale to connect and bend your knees and slide down. Now go hands up, hug your knees into your chest, bring them right up close. You can lift your head, bring your nose in. You can even put a head support in underneath your head so that your bundle is even tinier. And then you're going to circle your knees in opposite circles. You can hold onto the backs of your knees, getting more leverage if you can bring them up closer. And then change direction once. Twice, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times. Stop, step down, 1 leg, 2 leg. Lift your hips up swiftly and smoothly. Take the balls out. Take the thing out from underneath your head and slide your legs to long and straight. So if you were working with the balls underneath your hamstrings at first, you should be able to now slide your legs to long and straight without too much hindrance. And you can feel that difference from when you first lay down at the beginning of the class with those vascular breaths, how much closer your lower back is to the mat. Your legs are almost longer because of those tenderized rumps. And before you go any further, you're going to do a hamstring stretch. Remember, you're doing 4 places for your hamstrings these days. So you've got 1 foot up and in. The other leg can slide to straight as long as you can keep this leg up. Otherwise it stays bent and it goes inhale away and exhale up close. Push your heel back, open up your toes. Relax your arms and chests and shoulders. And gently hang on the circle so that you're getting the stretch where you need it. Cross the middle line of your body. Don't move back and forth. Drop your hip into the floor and then flex and point in position so that you're getting a little bit more length out of those nerves that run out as they get closer to your toes. And then stop, bring it over to the outside. This is your back and forth on 45 degrees. Keep pulling your toes back and then stop. And now you're going to drop all the way open to inner thigh. You can stretch into that, so you press into the circle. And if you want a more muscular inner thigh, I've heard there's a group of girls in Sedgefield who want to learn how to crush watermelons. Their names are mostly Gabriella. Then you're going to flex and point your toe so that you're stretching, but it's an elongated muscle build on the inside of the top of your thigh. Right, and then change sides. Step down, pick up. Drop your hips into the floor again after that little shift. Take this leg long away if you want to, and then go inhale and exhale. Readdress your shoulders, they're not allowed to freak out. The stretch is for the hamstring, very specific. And then cross the middle line of your body, not to move back and forth, but to work into the foot, flexing and pointing. And dropping that hip ever deeper towards the floor so that you've got that nerve getting the stretch that it needs. And then stop, bring it over to 45 degrees, and you're moving back and forth again. This leg is closer to your shoulder than it is to the floor. As tempting as it is to drop into the inner thigh, that's for just now. And then stop, drop, 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 all the way open. Feel the stretch first, and you don't have to move your foot in this position. You can press into the circle. It increases the stretch on the front of the thigh, and then check what it feels like to point and flex, and you make those decisions as to whether you're going to build the muscle or lengthen the muscle or do both at the same time. And then you're going to stop, bring your leg back into the center, let go. You can put your circle down, cast about for a single ball, the bigger the better. And if you have a half round, you're welcome to use your half round. You stand on your feet, you lift your hips up, and you place that ball against your G-string triangle. So at the top of your butt crack. And you drop into it as uncomfortable as it is, as round and as hard as it is. See if you can override the flinch or wanting to move away from it. And give yourself those 3 breaths. So, dead straight, normal, no vascular, in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Find your circle again, and let's do a bug up into it, and then we'll add the circle. So you take a breath in and exhale and lift one leg, shortly followed by the other. Lift your arms up to 90 degrees, so you're balancing across the line of your shoulders and on that little ball right underneath your sacrum. And then when you breathe out, tap your toe and take your opposite hand overhead and then bring it back. Exhale, other side opposites to tap and return. So no breath in between, it's a lower and lift. And your exhale breath engages your core all the way through. And exhale and lower and lift. And exhale and lower and lift. One more on either side. Exhale and lower and lift. And last one, exhale, lower and lift. Stop. Hug your knees into your chest. It's just for a moment when you're going to find your circle again. Place your legs inside, bring it all the way up to just above your knees, and then drop your legs into tabletop, toes against the imaginary wall. So not a flexed foot, just the toes, giving yourself a little bit of length so that you're dropped in towards your chest. And then inhale to prepare, and exhale and press your circle open once. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage your core as you press the circle open twice. Inhale, release. Exhale and press open 3 times. Hands up, breathe in. Lift your toes to flex your feet. And exhale and press your circle open once. Exhale and relax your chest and shoulders. Put the work in below the belt. Exhale and press open 3 times. Then take your hands overhead. Go for a pointy toe and very down ribs. And exhale and press once. Inhale, exhale, connect, press twice. Inhale, release. Exhale, press 3 times. Bring your hands up, take the circle off and place it between your inner thighs. You can use the softball for the same purposes, but this inner thigh work is not against the mechanism of your knees. It has to be on the soft bits just above your knees. Toes are against the wall, hands are still overhead, and when you breathe out, you squeeze, press once. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, press twice. Find the pelvic floor work again. Exhale 3 times. Hands up, feet flexed, shoulders down. Exhale and press once. Inhale, exhale and press twice. Inhale, exhale and press 3 times. Point your toes, bring your hands back to starting position and exhale. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Take the circle off. Hug your knees into your chest. Don't let go of your circle just yet. And then you're going to straighten up your legs and put both of them inside the circle. And then gently pull towards your face and let it go, so that the ball seems to almost roll out from underneath the sacrum, and you're getting that double hamstring stretch all the way down your thighs, sometimes into your waist and the sides of your back. And then stop and step down, 1 leg, 2 leg, put your circle down, lift your hips up swiftly and smoothly, remove the little ball, put your hips back down again. Hear the angels sing as you slide your legs too long and straight. This spiky ball on the sacrum therapy is like banging your head against the wall therapy. It's so great when it stops. And compare this body to the body that lay down at the very beginning of the class. And hopefully you're not using the spiky balls underneath your hamstrings. You're welcome to, of course. I know the problems don't go away within those 3 minutes of little exercises. Right, roll onto your sides, and we're going to do open and close the book. Before we go into thoracic spine, you need your head support and a soft ball between your knees. Go for all the squares, 90 degrees, sitting up straight. Bottom shoulder back. Top arm a little bit longer, and inhale, lift your arm up, and exhale and open your chest to the ceiling. Inhale, lift your arm back up again, and exhale to close. Move smaller, inhale up, because the upper body is still quite cold, so you don't have to drop all the way down to the floor. It's a hold just above. Inhale up, and exhale to close. Keep your head in line with your hand as you inhale, lift. Exhale, round elbow, open chest. Inhale, lift your arm back up again. And exhale to close. Smooth breath. Inhale, all the way open. And exhale to stop, drop, sink, and stay. Inhale, stretch from fingertip to fingertip. And exhale to connect and zip and lift your arm up and over to close. Smooth breath. Inhale, all the way open. And exhale to sink into the floor. Inhale, stretch from fingertip to fingertip. And exhale to connect and zip and close all the way back up again. Take this one for vascular breath, so go in. Keep it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it on your exhale breath. Engage your core, relax into the floor. Inhale, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale to connect and close all the way back up again. Inhale for nothing and exhale and circle overhead as you breathe out. Inhale, stretch up into the corner and exhale and circle down. So your chalk circles are loose. Let your knees roll against that ball between them. Inhale, stretch up. Make as much space as you can in your armpit. Exhale and then push your shoulder away from your ear. Inhale over your thigh and exhale and circle overhead. Inhale, stretch up and exhale and circle down as you breathe out. Last one. And exhale and circle over. Inhale, stretch up and exhale and circle down as you breathe out. And onto your other sides, please. Lickety split, because we're running out of time. Who waffles so much in these classes? Really? Alright, neat and tidy, 90 degrees. Shins and laps and backs. And then inhale, up, stop. Exhale and open your chest to the ceiling. Let your face follow your hand. Inhale, lift your arm back up again. And exhale to close. Inhale up to 90 and stop. And exhale and open chest. Drop your shoulder down your back. Inhale, lift your arm back up again. And exhale to close. One more short one. Inhale up, stop. And exhale and open. Inhale, lift, stop. And exhale to close. And now it's smooth breath. Inhale all the way open. And exhale to stop, drop, sink, and stay. Inhale, stretch from fingertip to fingertip. And exhale and then connect, knit your rib cage down and lift your arm up and over to close. Smooth breath, go big. And exhale to connect. Inhale, stretch from fingertip to fingertip. And exhale and then zip, knit your ribs down and close back up again. Here's your holder. So you go inhale all the way open and keep it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then drop down into the middle of your back. Inhale, stretch from fingertip to fingertip and exhale to connect and zip and close all the way back up again. Inhale to prepare and exhale and circle overhead as you breathe out. Inhale, stretch up into the corner and exhale and circle down. Chalk circles don't have to touch the floor, but they do have to stretch out of their sockets. So find a way to get away from where it sticks. Move past it, through it, down and around it. And here's your last one. Exhale and circle overhead. Inhale, stretch up into the corner. And exhale and circle down as you breathe out. And then stop. You're going to lie on your back. Switch to your smaller balls. And let's truncate this a little. Okay, so how do you put the balls in? You lie on your back, you drop your knees to one side, place the ball in underneath the tip of your shoulder blade, roll onto it, wonder why you're doing this to yourself, and then drop your knees to the other side and place the other ball. They're on either side of your spine, against the tips of your shoulder blades. Take your arms up to dead cowboy, and instead of hugs and wide, let's do arm lifts. So you can start here at dead fly at 45 degrees and breathe in, lift your arms up to 90 and exhale and push your ribs down and take your hands overhead. Inhale, lift your arms back up again, ribs come up and exhale and place your hands next to your sides. Again, inhale up and exhale to connect and take your hands overhead. Inhale up. And exhale and bring your hands back down next to your sides. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Overhead, push your shoulders down. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands back down next to your sides. Stop. Grab a hold of your clothes, especially if you've layered up. And then try and keep your head down. Drop your knees from side to side. And wriggle down towards your feet so that the balls end up behind your chest. So in this case, you might want to put a lower back or a head support in underneath your hips, just so that you're a little less Gespan, what is that? Tense, that's a good one. Your hands are out to dead cowboy, and we're going to do one of each. So you go inhale up to 90, exhale, reach up, cross over, give your body a hug, press your hands into your sides. Inhale, bring your elbows over your face, and exhale and stretch around in great big sweeping arm circles. Inhale up to 90. Exhale, reach up, cross over, put the odd arm on top. Inhale, bring your elbows over your face, and exhale and stretch around as you breathe out. And then stop. Take whatever you have out from underneath your hips if you're using. Try and keep your head down and wriggle from side to side until the balls end up on either side of your neck. They've rolled those erector spines up, so you'll end up with these rugby player necks sticking straight out from underneath your earlobes. Bring your heels up closer to your bum. Take your hands out at 45 degrees and exhale and push your feet into the floor. Imprint your spine as much as you can and lift your hips up. Hold it at the top, draw your chin down, and exhale and then stretch back down again, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, soften, release to neutral. And exhale and stand on your feet. Imprint, lift your hips up as you breathe out. Hold it there as you breathe in. And exhale and stretch back down again, one vertebra at a time. One more time. Inhale, soft lower back. And exhale and stand and press and imprint and lift your hips up. Hold it there as you breathe in. Draw your chin down. And exhale and stretch back down again. As your tail hits the floor, lift your arms up to 90 degrees. Lock your elbows and flex your wrists. And then push the ceiling up with these sticks. And then drop it back down again, keeping your sticks in place. Inhale up and exhale down. Push-ups. Inhale, push your ceiling up. And exhale, drop. 3. Inhale, up ceiling. And exhale, drop. 4. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, drop. 5. Stop. Bend your elbows. Put your fingers on your shoulders. And circle. 1, 2, 3. The size of your circle is yours. You don't have to do them too big. Change direction. The little circles also work because that's a shallow little pocket that these ball joints are resting in. And then your hands are right here. See if you can keep your head down and work the balls out. And you're in your starting position, palms facing up. You can move back up your mat. It's not graceful or pretty, but it is nice to lie down with your legs long and straight and allow your feet to flop open and away from each other and drop into the floor. Place one spiky ball behind the base of your skull, so behind your nose. What you do with your legs is entirely up to you, but you're resting on this geisha pillow. Your chin should be dropped down. The ball is just high enough, and you gently start saying no, 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 no. And then once you've said no, you stop and you say yes. So you draw your chin all the way down into your chest and you open up the front of your throat. So now the breathing comes back. So you go on a nod and on a release. Inhale, draw your chin down. And exhale, open throat. Inhale, nod. And exhale, open throat. Stop, settle your head. Circle your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Lift your head as if it was someone else's head. Take the ball out. Put your head back down again. And you're in your starting position from the beginning of the class. And register what your body feels like compared to when you first lay down about 40 minutes ago. You're going to roll onto your side, left or right doesn't matter, because it's a means to an end to get into your wide knee shell stretch. And you take your knees as wide as you mat, Reach your arms out long in front. Drop your head all the way down. Hold, breathe in. And hold, breathe out. Hold, breathe in. And exhale and come up onto all fours. Take your toes as wide as your knees. Tuck them underneath. Walk your hands back. And go and sit into your Bushman sit for a moment. Compare this Bushman sit to the usuals. Much nicer after a spiky ball class. And then when you breathe in again, lift your hips up, hang upside down, feet tracking along the sides of your mat in parallel. Bend your knees as you breathe in. Exhale, slowly roll up, bring your hands with you, and stretch all the way up into your Freddie Mercury Superstars, and then bend your knees and brush. Inhale up. And exhale and bend and brush. And exhale and bend and brush. And then stop and drop. Right. Thanks for coming to play with me. Well done, everybody. And